still thinks they're company.
Welcome to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast, episode 202. Thanks, Tony. On this show, we showcase gun reviews, gear, and anything else the gun enthusiast may be looking for. We strive to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. I'm your host, Chad Wallace from the Firearms Radio Network, your source for broadcasts for shooters, hunters, and all things firearms related. In this show, we'll be discussing Tony's review of the Patriot Gun Polishing, the GFD 17 HMR Upper, and the Diamondback 6.5 Creedmore. And tonight we have with us Tony, Zane, and Rob. So I'm going to pick on Zane because why not? So what'd you do in guns, Zane?
Well, I went to the range and put my 100-yard theory to the test. Did some shooting with the handgun at 50 and 100, both day and night. And it was interesting. There's a video somewhere.
On Facebook.
It's on Facebook. I also ordered a. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the company Theorem or Therm or however you say it, but
yeah,
they
however
just
you pronounce it.
Yeah, I think it's Theorem. They just released a new switchback model that looked pretty cool. So I ordered one of those. It hasn't come in yet. I'll do a review on it when it comes in. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Yep. So let's go with Tony. What'd you do?
I don't know.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hold on. What did I do? Man, time runs into each other. I went a couple of days last week. Shot the AR. Shot my AR that has co-witnessed Hollison red dot on it. Wanted to check it out, see what it was like doing the Minuteman challenge with that. 15 yards, see if I could rapid fire switch between targets. That was fun, and I was just checking out the difference between that AR-15 compared to using the Sabertooth SKS with the Hollison red dot on it. Man, that AR is lightweight comparatively. I think it weighs like 6 pounds or less, and of course the SKS probably weighs like 8.5, 9 pounds. And you can really feel the difference, when you're trying to maneuver it and just transition from one target to the next and things like that. You could really feel the difference in it, the handling. So that was one of the things I did. And that's what I'm going with because my memory's crap. Oh, yeah, and I took some really cool pictures so I could post them up. And I started writing a couple of more reviews because I feel I've been slacking the last couple of years and I haven't really done many.
Hey, that works. Well, we're on to you, Rob.
My memory's worse than Tony's right now. I've been working so much that I haven't had time to do a whole lot outside of work.
Okay.
So I've done nothing in guns over last week.
Well, that's okay. I went to the range.
My goal is to turn that around this weekend.
Yeah, that's good. I went to the range, I think it was Sunday, just so I could take pictures and post them on Instagram. No, I was putting some more rounds through that Polymer 80 frame / build that I did and took some other pistols out to shoot. I was fortunate enough to get the bay with all the handgun steel on it when I went to the range. So as we all know, shooting steel is way more fun. Let's see. The gun, that Polymer 80 seems to be running really good as long as I don't use the 165 grain subsonic hush ammo that I have. I just don't think it's broken enough to cycle completely with that little, like, very minimal powder heavy bullet. But I was shooting 115s and 147s without any trouble. So that was a lot of fun. It was a nice day. I didn't shoot anything at 100 yards, so it was probably the farthest target was probably like 20 yards.
So neither
I guess that was 3 yards, but we won't discuss that.
That was an honest 100 yards.
I know. I believe it. But us haters have to hate, so we will move on to the announcement. The bandwidth sponsor is our buddies at Patriot Patch Co. So there are new patches for pre-order, And don't forget the new Patch of the Month Club. And I saw Rob holding up the Patch of the Month, which is the Franken gun and Frankenstein holding it, etc., etc. There aren't really any brand new patches, except for pre-order. There's the Enjoy the Silence that says shh, and it has a suppressor with some smoke coming out of it. The newest one, you can go to if you want to support us, you can go to the Firearms Radio TV/Pledge Gun Gear Review Podcast. Or if you want to support any of the other shows on the Firearms Radio Network, you can go to firearmsradio.tv/pledge. The Odinworks 10% off coupon code is still in effect until October 31st, and it is GGRP10, so you get 10% off pretty much anything you buy over there. Our Instagram giveaway is still running, so please go over to the @Firearms Insider Instagram page, find the post with the 3 pictures of swag in it, and repost that with the hashtag it says there, and you will be entered. If not, you can send a email to the Gun Gear Review at gmail.com email and put in it the GGRP 2017 giveaway, and you can be entered that way if you don't have Instagram. And if you're shopping Amazon, please use our affiliate link at firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. And if you're wanting to donate products to Simon Says Train and his 2A free diversity shoot, you can do that at Black Bag Resources with the Simon Says Train code. And because I'm nice to our previous host, he asked if I could do a shout out to company who works for Gray Ghost Precision, is doing a giveaway with Polymer 80 CMC triggers and their slide / and barrels and all the parts. If you win one, they're giving away 3 black FDE or OD green. If you win one of those, it comes with all the parts you need to finish it. So I'm being nice to him, maybe because they were nice enough to send me a slide for reviews. So, it's kind of like free advertising for that Ryan Cross guy. Now we're going to get into the main topic, and Tony has a review for us. It is for Patriot Gun Polishing, and it is all yours, Tony.
All right. Hello, everybody. If you're watching, and I know someone has to be because people watch car races.
It says one viewer.
Oh, cool. There you go. Hey, guy, check this out. All right. What had happened was I started Second for Everyone, and my whole goal was to get people to actually come out and shoot and be curious about firearms, not being intimidated. So I also knew I had to get something simple, easy to use, so I picked up a 686 last year. Smith & Wesson 686, 4-inch barreled 357 revolver. I know it's heavy enough that when I load it with 38s or 38 wad cutters, it's really a soft shooting gun. It's accurate, and people wouldn't be intimidated by it, which was kind of cool. And it went to the events, and it worked out rather well. But I wanted to step up my game, so what I did was contact Patriot Gun Polishing because I stumbled upon them on Instagram, and I contacted them, told them what I'd like to do and why, and told them about what we did, and said, could he help me out? He said, send it down. Of course, my gun didn't get any kind of priority which was awesome. And he put in work. I looked at the pricing because he gave me the pricing, and it was about as much as a Cerakote job is, or a decent Cerakote job is on any other firearm. And I sent it to him, and I just waited with bated breath. Every day, if you go to Patriot Gun Polishing's page on Instagram, you'll just see tons of cool pictures of the work he does, and it's really worth looking at. It took weeks to get my gun back, but when I got it back, I opened up the case, and it was like, oh, and it was just really, really, really shiny. What he does is mirror shine your gun. Now, a lot of people can do it themselves using stuff like Mothers, and you can do it all yourself, but more than likely you won't sandblast the muzzle like he did. That's sandblasted. Um, he also sandblasted the top and left it in that state. Uh, he polished all over this pistol. If you're looking at the screen now, you can see it. It's just everything's a mirror shine. When he got the pistol, what he did was detail every scratch that was on it beforehand, just so I knew about it. Sent me an email, made me aware of it, and then pretty much made all those surface scratches and everything go away. This gun just looks awesome. They did a great job. They did the face of the cylinder itself. So if I open it up and you look at the face of the cylinder, it's reflective if it wasn't so dirty right now. But also the rear, you can actually see that. That's reflective. He did not do the hammer and did not do the trigger, which was cool, which I was cool with. I kind of like that because it offers a contrast in colors. The gun is a lot of fun to look at and tactically fondo. I thought it was going to be new shooters that got excited about a diversity shoot. No, it's people that already had Smith & Wesson 686s or just revolvers themselves, especially stainless. Everyone wanted to know how much it cost, what was the turnaround, and then they shot it. I told the guys before the show about the awesome trigger job. Hey, Sean, do you remember what the numbers were when we ran the numbers on this using your trigger gauge?
It was 2 and change. I mean, it's stupid light in single action. I don't recall what the double action pull was, but it was, sub 3 pound. I mean, it's really like you don't shoot that gun. You think about shooting that gun and it goes off.
I'm thinking about, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Really, the feedback I get from a lot of people, it's awesome. How much is it? I tell them some are like, whoa, that's kind of expensive. But then when you explain that pretty much that's what a Cerakote job is for most people, or at least from a lot of companies, they go, okay, cool. I got it just to add the fun factor to my gun. A lot of people says, you affected your resale value. Well, I don't plan on selling it, so I don't care. Maybe one day my kids or grandkids, who am I kidding? Sean's kid or my or someone will want to sell it. I don't care. I'll be dead then. So if you go to the review that I did, you're going to see a lot of before. You're going to see one before and after picture and just a lot of pictures of what it looks like now. I really think it's worth doing. They were real professional. He sent me pictures of it as soon as it was completed. I would recommend it to people. You don't have to do your whole pistol, of course. You can do slides. You can do stainless steel slides and stuff like that. And they make your guns look great. Yankee Marshall had one done. If you go to his YouTube page and check out his pimp gun build, you can see the stuff they did. And it's really, really amazing, especially with his camera equipment. I got some pretty good pictures on firearmsinsider.tv if you check out our review. And the prices are revolvers. Most revolvers are $375. Full-size pistols are $575. Commander-size pistols are $525. Compact models are $375 to $450. And, of course, all prices includes shipping. The guy's really cool, Marine Corps veteran, started his own business up. They didn't get hit by the hurricane really hard. They said some stuff was in their parking lot, but it didn't slow them down after they went back to town. They were able to start back up, so I don't think anybody was really affected by it. I have a couple of, again, on the review, I have a couple of reviews from people that got work done, and everybody's impressed by the work he did. One of the things one of the guys named Kurt said, though, was, I didn't know this. He had a Kunin done, and he said none of his edges were rounded off. That seems to be a big deal because some of the people that do polishing, they round the edges off and like get rid of logos and stuff like that. And that really didn't happen with this. Even my Smith & Wesson logo, if you can see it, it wasn't really that, wow, you can actually see my refrigerator in the reflection. It wasn't really that, it had worn off almost everything. So you can still see it if you look at it, but it doesn't have any black in it. That's the only thing that some people were like poo-poo about. So anyway, that's my review on Patriot Gun Polishing's work that they did. Oh, and it makes cleanup easier. I wanted to throw that out. This gun just wipes down a heck of a lot easier than it did beforehand. So that's my review. Guys, try it out. If not, just check out the Instagram. It's actually worth looking at. My particular gun has probably been seen 70,000 times, according to the numbers on my my Facebook account. So that's that. Really appreciate the work they did, and cool guys. That's what I got to say about that.
What kind of rating did you give it? Because I didn't pull it up.
I think I gave it a 9.
That's what I thought too.
That's what I think. I read through it the other night.
Which
I think we figured out what was in the case in Pulp Fiction. I think it was one of these guns.
Dude, it is ridiculous. If you're looking at the screen right now, that's nuts.
Hey, Tony, you don't need a flashlight. You got that gun. That thing will be a freaking flashlight by itself.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I watched Pulp Fiction. It was on TV like Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so, I feel much better. How would I feel better about that?
You should, because that was in the case, or the reflection, whatever.
Dude, it was so cool. I mean, when I opened this up, because the guys there bust my chops, Charlie was at Gun for Hire. I said, Charlie, did my pistol come in? Did my revolver come in? He was like, yeah, the one that went out to Florida. I was like, yeah. He was like, dude, it was great, and it shoots really well too.
Like, nice.
What? Oh, and of course, I showed it to my wife when I got it home because I was so happy. And my wife went, wow, it's shiny, and then proceeded to put her fingerprints all over it on purpose while looking at
me dead. Yeah, one of the pictures you're handling with gloves on, literally.
Oh, actually, that was his picture. He sends you a picture. He sends you a photo of him after he finishes your gun. He takes it out in the parking lot and sends you a photo. So that was actually an email I got while I was driving home. And I saw it at a light, and I was like, oh, I'm checking this out. And I opened it up, and I just squealed like a girl.
So translation, if you buy a revolver that's stainless steel, or any stainless steel gun for that matter, and it's got a blemish or maybe ugly, you can take it to him, and he'll make it pretty sexy.
Well,
what would make that better?
What's that?
Now that it's all polished up, you need some $100 bill grips.
No.
Yeah, that's because I'm classy, but no, I don't think so. I didn't even change it out to any of the cool wooden grips or any exotic wooden grips because I really got it to ease people into shooting, and I figured this just work better.
I got you.
You know what I mean? It fits the hand. It's comfortable when people shoot it. Yeah, the purpose of this gun is. Go ahead.
Do they offer any other finishes down there? They just do polishing.
No, they just do the mirror polishing that I know of. Okay.
They do a good job. So.
Yeah,
it's an awesome job. I think it's a one-trick pony, and I think it really works out. They can just focus on that, and that's it.
Yep. Well, they did a nice job on that pea shooter of yours.
Yes,
thanks
sir.
for that review, Tony.
All right.
We appreciate it. So we will move into the product spotlight. And first up, because of course it is October and it's hard to find stuff to discuss. So if any of our listeners would like us to discuss something, let us know. Please send me an email. Exactly, because you guys don't help. I mean, nowhere in my phone did I get a text from any of you that said, hey, maybe we should discuss this. Nope, not there.
I'll find stuff to talk about.
Yeah, midgets is not stuff to talk about, dude.
Hey. So the first thing we have up is the Garrow Firearms Development AR-15 17 HMR upper. The MSRP on this thing is the only thing that makes you gag, and it's $599. But,
wow.
For what you're getting, I don't know if it's really all that bad of a price.
No, it's not.
I mean, their website could use somebody like Ryan Cross maybe to help them out. But, basically some information. As we know, it is a 17 HMR. So that's kind of cool. The upper, it says it's, forged, milled, basically normal upper, hard coat anodized like normal. Just drops on any AR-15 lower receiver. It does have a custom buffer spring, which is included. And it also has a custom bolt that is included. Basically, by the looks of it, this bolt is like super, super lightweight. And of course, it's cut for the 17 HMR, which is nice. It is still a gas-operated system, so it still uses the AR-style gas system. And I believe they said somewhere, I was reading someone, they do that because of a lot of 17 HMRs, if you try to make them semi-auto with a blowback system, it just doesn't quite work. So they do that so that they can still have some sort of, I don't know, support to the firing system. It does come with a stainless barrel that is threaded, so that's nice, especially if you have a suppressor. And it comes with 10-round magazines that are made by Black Dog Machine. They make all kinds of different magazines for rimfire conversions, all this kind of stuff. So it kind of seems like a cool idea. It's an 18-inch barrel, if anybody was wondering. I don't think I said that. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're looking at like a semi-auto 17 HMR rifle, the Savage A17 is probably about the least inexpensive one, and I think they're around $400. So if you really want to shoot stuff with an AR, I think you can get 15-round magazines, maybe not bigger, but anything's better than nothing. So I kind of like the idea. I mean, if street price was $500, I'd really kind of consider looking at it just for what it is. I mean, we have a lot of varmints around here that 17 HMRs work spectacular on, so I like the round. It seems like even during the ammo crunch, you could find 17 HMR ammo along with 12 gauge shot shells, and that was about it. So I like it. The price is the only thing that gets me, but I'm cheap, as you guys all know, so give me $1 and I'll be happy. What do you guys think?
If 17 HMR wasn't so expensive, it's just a cool seeming round. I mean, they were talking about like less than a 2-inch drop at 200 yards with it.
Oh,
so
yeah,
they're pretty much a laser.
Oh yeah, they're shooting a 17 or 20 grain bullet.
Yeah, 17.
So wind affects them pretty good, but because they're zinging out there, yeah, there's like very little drop at 200.
This is what got me. The guy said the round itself was sighted in at 50 yards and will see less than a 2-inch variation at 200. So pretty much it's on.
But so 50, 200 with 5.56, 50 and 200 are going to be the same point of impact. Also,
right?
So is that
and you're dealing with the same
variation, or is that because it's gone up and back down through its trajectory? I don't know much about the round, so
it's going to go with the AR. It's sighted at 50. It's kind of like it's going to be similar trajectory to a 5.56.
Wait a minute, isn't 5.56? What is it? 25 and 200, right?
It's 50 and 200, 25 and 300.
Yeah,
or something.
50, 200, 25, 300
right,
typically is close.
Yeah, and so it's probably going to shoot a couple inches high, maybe at 100 or.
I like how it's built to military specifications. What are the military specifications on
for 17 HMR?
Nobody's using military specs.
Thank you for that. That's the part I was waiting for.
What is that?
Whatever you make him out.
Well, obviously, it was used by a Navy SEAL once. So
I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Was it used by the Navy SEAL who killed Bin Laden? Because that's street crime right there,
Yeah.
No. This one. I've been reading about these because it was in some of the older before Sandy Hook magazines about I forgot the name of the company. They made 17 HMR, but even in the magazine articles where they give everything a positive spin, it didn't work. You know what I mean? And that was the thing. It just did not work consistently. And this one, according to the one review that I found on it, because not a lot of people ran through it,
Right.
it pretty much ate almost anything. So
I think
again,
the
you
older
have to
models were
believe
probably done on blowback, like your typical 22 conversion is going to be.
Yeah, that was one of the problems. And yeah, this was on a survivalist blog, and the guy ran a lot of different ammo through this. I mean, significant amount, and came up with pretty much 1-inch groups, 1-inch 10-shot groups at 50, and then 1-inch five-shot groups at 100. I like doing 10-inch groups because that really tells you what the gun and yourself are doing. You know what I mean? 10-inch groups don't lie. 5-inch groups can. I mean, excuse me, 10-round groups don't lie. 5-round groups can. And then whenever I see anybody do a 3-round group, it's not even worth looking at.
Yep. Hey, Zane, I got
Yo.
some. I was going to give you some ballistics on the 17 HMR. I have mine, which I chronoed, and even though I sighted in at 100 yards, and for 200 yards, with a 17 grain bullet, mine drops 8.5 inches from 100 to 200. So sighting it in at 50, yeah, it's going to go up and then back down.
You're gonna get. Yeah, I mean, it's. I've shot some 17 HMR mostly out of a revolver. I think Taurus makes something like a Hornet. Or
Yeah,
something,
they used to make one, or still do. I don't know.
Isn't it interesting? I just don't know who this is marketed to. Like,
Varmint.
Oh, probably some dude that don't do anything but shoot ARs. You know, you.
Yeah, but I don't want one in rimfire.
Well, that's the thing is,
especially expensive rimfire.
Well, like here, the 17 HMR, we have these type of ground squirrels in Eastern Oregon. We call them sage rats, but they're a squirrel. And, they destroy alfalfa fields, kind of like prairie dogs, but they're half the size. And a lot of farmers like you to use the HMRs because a 22 will ricochet off the ground. And a lot of times they have irrigation stuff, but because of the way it's an expanding bullet, more like a typical bullet, they'll let you use a 17 HMR, and you're still getting 250 yard shots if you want with it. The ammo's cheaper than shooting a 5.56 or something,
but not a lot.
Well, yeah, true. I mean, you're looking at what, $10 for 50, so quite a little bit cheaper, and they pretty much destroy a squirrel when you hit them.
I was watching a guy in England hunt rabbit with 17 HMR, and it was funny because he said with 22, if he gets and sees a bunch of rabbits out in the field, he has a suppressor on it too. He says he shoots it, and somehow the rabbits sometimes flinch, or he'll get one or two, and the rest of them will run into their burrows. But he says when he uses 17 HMR, it says there's something about it. It's so fast that it, like the sonic crack is near them, and he said he can get like 5, 6, or even 7 rabbits before they notice something's wrong. Like he said, it's just really weird, but he noticed it over and over again, and he showed like a bunch of different times using it. And he was like, I think it's just something with the speed of the bullet and the sonic crack where it takes place. They don't associate it with the rabbit dropping dead. So I found it interesting. I just never thought about that and just happened to stumble upon it on one of the videos I was watching one day. So it's different. It's just different.
Does it say if this requires a different buffer, or does it come with a buffer?
They give you one.
It does come with a.
I
was kind of scrolling through, and I didn't. All right, because I think it would almost have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Hey, Tony, is this thing Jersey compliant?
Right now, it's an upper.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well,
It doesn't
Depending
have
on
a
what you
bayonet
mount
load.
it to, because right, but it's got the threaded muzzle.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what my question was going to be.
So you would have to, if you're going to keep that, you got to drop another feature on the rifle. So you got to give up either your detachable magazine or your conspicuous pistol grip.
Because they're saying the bottom, because it's 22 HMR or 17 HMR and not a 223, that it's exempt from California's bans because it's not the big, powerful, evil 223 5.56.
Yeah, it's California.
Because it's a rimfire.
That's California.
Yeah,
rimfire. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't make the Jersey does not make the distinction. If it's semi-automatic, then it falls under the semi-auto rules, regardless if it's rimfire or not.
Or an M1 carbine.
Or an M1 carbine, you can forget about it.
Yeah, because it's
or an FAL.
Yeah, those are by name, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, that's stupid. Okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm. Let's not even talk about it.
So we'll go back to something. We'll go back to something else, which probably is not Jersey legal, unfortunately, but might be able to be made Jersey legal. Well, Diamondback Firearms. Yes, they're still in business.
Now, is this before we even get into this? Is this the same Diamondback that like ripped the Kel-Tec and like made that terrible little pistol? This is the same.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The same Diamondback. I think they have $2,500 freaking 1911s.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Diamondback.
All right. I was making sure. All right. Continue.
But this is what's weird about this.
This is a cool Diamondback, though.
Yeah. Well, it is their new. It's a DB. They call it 10.65 CB. Basically, it's an AR style rifle in 6.5 Creedmoor. But the thing that caught me off guard was, it's only retail price on it's $1,229 for 6.5 Creedmoor, and I'm like, I wonder if it's any good. I mean,
I don't know. What have you heard about the rest of their Diamondback? How great their Diamondback line was.
Nobody buys them. I don't know.
And the difference between AR-15 sized guns and AR-10 sized guns, the 308, size AR style guns, they are a lot harder to make run right. And I just don't have a lot of faith that Diamondback can make one run right.
Right. So I will go over the specs here and then we can bash it some more. Like I said, it's 6.5 Creedmoor. It comes with a 20-inch stainless fluted 1 8 twist barrel. It's your standard gas system. It's black nitrided AR-10 bolt carrier, DPMS style barrel extension, which is good to know. Normal stuff. It comes with a 15-inch M-LOK rail, so people like Ryan Cross can buy it. It does come with an ambi safety. It comes with a Fab Defense pistol grip, which doesn't look very nice to me, but that's just my option. Comes with a 5 and a 20 round mag. It weighs in at 9 pounds 1 ounce, which add for what you're getting. The overall length is 41 3/4 with the stock extended, 38.5 with it collapsed, and it has their muzzle brake, which is threaded. I am glad it comes with a 5-round magazine, because this is with a 5-round mag, you can hunt with it. So, I mean, it's a little heavy to lug around in the woods, but if I was 25, that would make a big difference over being 40 something or 182 or whatever you guys think I am.
Not one day under 312.
Oh, okay, great. So, I'd be curious to see how well it runs also, like Zane was saying. I mean, I can tinker with something to get it to run good, but to get a 6.5 Creedmoor and for $1,200 basically is a pretty good deal. I mean, especially if it runs fine.
I'll tell you like this: they have a 308. They have a 308 version of it too.
Yeah, they have a few 308 versions.
The 308 versions came out last year.
Yeah, but the thing is the 308 versions are around $1,000, depending on model.
The Buds has it for $775, which is
right.
I just
6.5 on there.
That's what I'm looking for now.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering.
I don't know. I'm a buy once, cry once kind of guy when it comes to higher end rifle, or not even high. I wouldn't call this higher end, but when it comes to rifles like this, like I don't want to be screwing with the gas system, and I don't want to buy a brand new gun that I gotta make work.
Yeah, you're gonna say, "Oh, this is a high end rifle." Wow,
that's why I corrected. That's why I corrected myself. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it has what, an 18-inch barrel or a 20-inch barrel?
20.
All right. No, here's the thing. I've seen their pistols. They don't inspire confidence.
No.
Look at me trying to show act like as if I have tact.
You're doing good, Tony. Keep it up.
All right, thank you. They don't inspire confidence. And then all of a sudden, when they started making the AR-15s, I'm like, well, everyone makes AR-15s, and you pretty much know at this point how to make an AR-15 run. AR-10s are totally different. There is no mil spec for an AR-10. And everyone has had trouble making AR-10s work. Now I'm going to go with Diamondback, or do I spend the same amount of money or less and go with a Savage? Or do I, go with an Armalite? Or there's just other choices from other companies that are better known. And there is absolutely nothing special that they tell you about their build or the parts they use other than the pistol grip, which is pretty comfortable. Isn't that what you have, Sean?
I actually have one of those pistol grips for the AK. I don't have one of the AR ones, and I don't hate it for the AK. But that's all a matter of preference, palm swell, and whether or not you like that finger ledge. And there's a thumb ledge on the port side of it, so it's preference. To me, when I do 308s, like with customers, we've always done Patriot Ordnance Factory, right? And I'm on their site right now. They have their P665. They call it the Edge SPR, $2,400. But I'm telling you right now, you pick up a Patriot Ordnance, and there is not going to be a question as to whether or not that gun is going to run.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you're getting into 6.5, you obviously are. I feel like maybe in the 308, but if you're looking at a 6.5, there's a chance this is not just a little hobbyist, go to the range and turn money into noise kind of thing. People are getting into 6.5 because they want to get into precision.
Nah. They
right.
I found more and more people getting into 6.5 that just want to say they have a 6.5.
Because it's cool.
That's what I'm finding now at the range. Yep.
If you like spending money on ammo, hey.
Yeah.
I found it at cheaper than dirt, which will never get a penny of my money, but that's neither here nor there.
Mine neither.
For $1,125.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cheaper than
dirt. But they probably charge you $650 in shipping.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And that's. I'm surprised they have it after Las Vegas. They still have modern sporting rifles on their site because they've been known to pull them.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't jack the price up.
I'm surprised it's not like they have.
No, it's up to the gun. They jack the prices up on the slide fire stocks.
Oh, okay.
Well, they did that with green tip ammo back when that was a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they did it with.
Let's stop talking about
rape you on.
Let's stop talking about that group of dirtbags at cheaper than dirt. And I look at it this way: there's other companies I can go with, but truthfully, if you're just getting it to get it, now what was the cheapest price you saw it for, Zane?
$11.20 something.
Yeah, the $11.25. It's the only place I found it was cheaper than dirt at $11.25.
All right, because I was looking at other stuff too. If you're gonna get in a 6.5 just to have something to shoot, because really, seriously, 308 is less expensive and you got more bullet options. I have no idea why you're doing this, but if you just want to get it to have kind of sort of a precision rifle because it has the same caliber, maybe this will do. I have no idea because I'm looking at it. Doesn't say it has anything other than a regular trigger in it, right?
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Doesn't tell you who makes the barrel.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a precision stock at all. Just has an adjustable one. So, truthfully, you'd be better off going to Palmetto State Armory and get a blim lower and a 308 upper and put it together yourself. At least you know what you're getting. Just saying. For the same price or less. Depends on what holiday you catch them on.
I have a question.
Show
what is a high pressure firing pin lower receiver?
I wondered that.
Okay, so here it is.
I can make up words too. I can make up words and phrases too.
You did. Switchology or something.
So Garrow Firearms Development and Diamondback, please remove nonsense terms from your advertising.
Yes.
Your 17 HMR bolt carrier group is not mil spec, and unless you can explain to me what a high pressure firing pin lower receiver is, just delete that line. You don't have to overdo it.
What a high pressure?
That's the previous.
Maybe there's supposed to be a comma there, but I still don't know what a high pressure firing pin is. If there's supposed to be a comma in there,
that's okay. They don't either.
Well, since when is the firing pin in the lower receiver?
Yeah, that's why I think there's supposed to be a comma in there. But either way,
here's my question on this, and I realize this is kind of comparing apples to oranges slightly, but you can get a Ruger Precision for the same price, and I know that's a bolt gun. This is a gas gun, but
it's daggum accurate.
Yeah, it can actually make use of that caliber.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I think that's is.
That's what I was
that's the
say,
thing. I think
when you guys run traction this thing and say, look, save your money, buy a Ruger Precision, put a good scope on it, and go to the range and have fun.
That's the thing. Some people just have to have the AR version.
Here's the problem. The fanciest thing on here is the Fab Defense stock and pistol grip.
Yep. No, really, it's like getting one of those big knives. The back in the 80s and the 90s, buying one of the Rambo knives because it was big and shiny, made out of mystery.
For $14.95, we're gonna give you the Rambo Slicer 6000.
Oh no!
16 Pocket Master Ninja folding knives.
Oh, and don't forget that it's got a compass on the
compass and a fire starter in the
That's right.
Yeah, but my thing with this is, as different as we think we are as gun people, we do fads just like everyone else, and the new fad is 6.5 Creedmore because all the gun magazines told you so, and then all your best buddies on the YouTube channel got sent 6.5s for free, and they're like, it's the best thing since sliced bread. Just like they got caught up in the 300 blackout. If you don't have a suppressor or a short barrel rifle, why the hell are you using 300 blackout? Anyway, whatever's. But it's like everything has to be able to be fired at an AR or type platform. It's just everything has to be AR, AR-10, AR-15.
You just said
everything has to be that.
I'm going to do your next Mad Minute.
Thank you.
Not everything has to be an AR.
But everything has to be an AR. AR has to shoot 6.5. AR has to shoot 308. AR have to shoot 7.62 by 39. Give it a darn break. I even saw an AR shooting Tokarev rounds once. Yeah, nice. Somebody was selling the AR upper converted to shoot Tokarev rounds when Tokarev rounds were cheap.
I've seen a 30 carbon upper.
And we've seen the 5.7 uppers.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Listen, you're not, one man, many weapons. No, you're one man, one weapons platform. That's all you are. You know how to run an AR and an AR only. I give you a lever action, you'll poop yourself. That's fine. Yay, put everything in AR. But it's still subpar. Or I don't even know if it's subpar. I just know there's nothing special about this thing. that you can't put together for less money from Palmetto State Armory sale items. Oh, the barrels.
Yeah, especially.
Anywhere in here, do they specify? Do they like tell you like that we guarantee this gun will shoot a minute, or we guarantee this gun will?
No, it didn't say anything.
Yeah, so I'm guessing.
No.
So like,
no,
they're not even taking advantage of the 6.5 round.
Zane,
No,
it's combat accuracy.
Right, with 6.5 combat.
Yeah.
accuracy.
Oh my god. Like everything has a cute name, dude. It's
Combat
marketing to the
accuracy.
point.
That's an
It's
inch at
marketing
100
to the
yards,
point
right?
you should be. Yeah. No, combat accuracy is like 4 inches at 100 yards because that's what ARs fall into. That was their combat. That was their requirement. So when everybody's tripping all over themselves talking about 1 MOA, yeah, none of that was meant to be 1 MOA. It is now and it's awesome, but it wasn't meant to be that.
Yeah,
I still want to know what a high pressure firing pin is.
Sean,
Yeah.
Well, it's higher than a regular pressure firing pin and really higher than a low pressure firing pin.
That firing pin is still going to work when I'm screaming and yelling at it.
It might. I think you should send him an email, Sean, and ask him what that is.
When you punt it across the range because you got tired of it hang firing on you or whatever. This crap does.
Yeah,
I like
man.
this too. They call it a multi-cal bolt because I guess anything that has that same case head could be used.
You can use it.
I mean,
it's the same as the
case head,
308 bolt.
head.
Yeah, it's the same as a
multi-cal
308 bolt.
Oh my
Or
goodness.
the 6mm Creedmore, I think, is the same bolt head. A 243, a 260 Remington, isn't that one too? Yeah, I don't.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's just unknown. I mean, they don't even
7mm 08.
Who was it? When Springfield Armory went with the Saint, you knew it was a BCM. Like they made no secret, they used everything from BCM. If you're gonna, did they partner up with someone, or did they go lowest bidder, or is this just full of Chinese parts? I mean, what exactly is this? I know it has, the stock and the grip from Israel, but what is everything else?
Palmetto Blem.
I was going to say jump.
Yeah, palmetto blem.
They stripped
Palmetto
and
blem with a rattle can paint job. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we killed that. I kind of put this in here knowing that it would probably get bashed. I mean, I'm kind of evil that way, but I would have to see one before I would buy
They
one.
just wanted to deflect any criticism from you after last week. Make sure we didn't talk about you.
Why? What happened last week?
Yeah, we got to take the criticism. We're too hard on Zane, so you got to be hard on the product.
Oh, come on. That was Ed Cabrera said that, and he'll be happy to hear his name on the show. But Ed Cabrera came running to the rescue as if Zane can't handle it. And not for nothing, Ed. Zane went out and shot 100 yards in the dark, so he's doing just fine. Don't worry about him.
I thought that was pretty funy.
I'm fragile.
You're a fragile snowflake.
You're a snowflake.
Hey, still love you, Ed. Even though you kind of turned on Sean and I because you know us and you took Zane, who a perfect stranger's side. But that's all right, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you. I'll see you at Gun for Hire range doing a diversity shoot, and I'll ignore you.
We're gonna have a sickness for everyone blanket party.
Ooh.
That's all.
Is Tony wearing a Snuggie?
Yeah, Kim, don't worry about it. Ed's going to fall down outside the parking lot a couple times, and then he'll be all right.
Okay. We are on to the listener feedback, which we may or may not have because somebody, like the host of the show, decided not to check the iTunes reviews to see if we have any more. Because
why don't you go open that up right now?
Geez, on my computer, it'll take 20 years.
This computer probably crashed.
Do your job.
Yeah, it'll crash and So if you don't like it and you want your feedbacks to be heard, send it to the email and I'll get it.
Hey, Chad, I'm going to talk to Ryan. We're going to dock your pay.
Nice.
Oh, great. So I guess it's back to Tony. It's back to Tony, and his second is for everyone. Diversity.
And I'll get your pay for this week.
Hey, you better leave Chad alone. They paid a poor man in Geritol.
I have mute buttons over here. I can just I have kick buttons too somewhere.
I thought they paid him either Metamucil or a poppy crap.
Fix
All right.
it.
You know, they tried to pay me in dirt, but they realized I was as old as it, so I didn't need anymore.
You had the same born on date.
I'm waiting for them to tell you, hey, just go pick at your belly button, Lynn.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, man,
Yeah,
this
that's
one
disgusting.
this went somewhere I wanted
It's all
to
your
go.
it's all your fault, Tony, because it's onto your section.
Yeah, you guys be quiet. This is about me now. The second is for
Tony.
everyone diversity shoot. The next
There, I muted him.
The second for diversity shoot is coming up in November. There's 2 events. One at Garden State Shooting Center on November 3rd, and then the second one at the end of the month up at Gun for Hire in Woodland Park. It's on November.
what the heck
I
is
don't have
going
the
on,
dates
man?
memorized.
Be quiet. Hey, listen,
Chad muted
the
you.
first one's going to be Monday, November 6th at Garden State Shooting Center, Lakewood, New Jersey. Hope you guys can make it. It's a new place for us. Sean and I actually have been there before. Sean's ran a class there, and him and I volunteered to help kids during a kids shoot during the Second Amendment Women's Club shooting meeting. So we've been there. It's a nice range. It's a clean range, so you can bring your girlfriends or friends that have never been shooting before. Because the worst thing to do is take someone who's never been shooting before to a dingy ass range. So these are clean ranges. The next one's going to be in North Jersey. Is going to be at Gun for Hire Range on Thursday, November 30th. And that's our old stomping grounds and the original place we started it at. It's going to be fun as usual. We're going to have the 50-yard range open to us. We're going to have the rental guns there. Also, we have rental guns down at Garden State Shooting Center. It's $10 to rent those. It's $15 cover charge at Garden State. It's $10 cover charge at Gun for Hire. So you guys can take someone out and have a great time in Jersey for $10 or $15 per person. Win prizes, swag, eat pizza, have drinks, meet new people, meet friends you haven't met yet, and have a good time and have new profile pics the next day for your social media pages. Really appreciate the time it takes for you guys take out to allow me to talk about this every week. We have a GoFundMe page. The second is for everyone, so you can go to GoFundMe and help me out there. You can order shirts still on diversityshoot.com. Please visit me on Facebook at Second is for Everyone, and you can check out Simon Says Train on Facebook and Instagram. Again, appreciate it, and thanks a lot as always. Oh, well, and we're still doing the AR bill. If you have any questions, hit me up, Tony at diversityshoot.com.
Well, as Ryan always said, you give the show credibility, so I'm going to go with that. I'm just going to steal his lines.
Oh, go ahead. He's not here.
That's right. He's not here. We're on to the wrap up now. Send questions or comments to what's the Black Bag Resources email?
Sean at blackbagresources.com. SEAN at blackbagresources.com, and I'll make sure grumpy old grandpa gets them.
Or if you want to send it to me and complain about Sean, it's gungearreview@gmail.com.
Expect an email from Ed Cabrera.
I probably will get one. Remember to subscribe and leave us an iTunes review so I can maybe look at them. Check out all the other Firearms Radio Network shows.
He can maybe look at them if he gets around to it.
See? At firearmsradio.tv. Be sure to visit the
take
Firearms
up a significant
Insider.
portion of his day. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to have to mute you again, Tony. Be sure to visit the Firearms Insider for reviews and industry coverage. Check us out at Facebook at Facebook/Firearms Insider. Follow us at Firearms Insider on Instagram. Next week, we're going to record on Wednesday, and the same with the following week because of schedules on my behalf. So if you want to watch live, you're going to be stuck on Wednesday. And we are out.
Yeah, and I'm just going to keep talking trash on the internet because Zane